And this.
I am a highly intelligent and educated person with common sense, and I do my due diligence on all candidates before I make a decision. And that's the glory of being an independent, and I think everybody should do that. But in learning that the DNC paid some of the most unstable characters on TikTok to go to their convention and harass other people, and yes, there is proof of it. Wow.
Yes, this is so great. I didn't know I would see this video. The media, paid DNC influencers and Democrats have all turned to the narrative that Trump would destroy America with Project 2025. They started singing, oh, a convicted felon. It didn't work out. At a certain point, if you check through all the mainstream media now, you will not hear that because they have realized it is not doing any harm to him. They came with Project 2025 and influenced people to say this.
Y'all remember this big old book from before?
And this.
And let's talk about Project 2025.
Donald Trump's Project 2025.
Take Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. Their Project 2025 will make things much, much harder.
On page 562, it says that Donald Trump could use an obscure law from the 1800s.
This is Project 2025, the Republican blueprint for a second Trump term.
Their extreme agenda, Project 1825. I'm sorry.
Donald Trump's roadmap to ban abortion in all 50 states.
Project 1925. Oh, I'm sorry.
A national abortion ban would undo that, and that is a plank of the Trump Project 2025.
Project 2025.
And the Project 2025 people.
Do you know about Project 2025?
This is Project 2025.
Would abandon our troops, abandon our veterans, our allies, and our principles. In Chapter 4, Trump plans to do Putin's bidding by abandoning Ukraine.
You take a look at the whole thing, it was scripted. They have the same talking point. More than 50 people mention Trump and Project 2025, which they know is a lie. At first, Democrats focus on, oh, he's a convicted felon. They didn't mention it here again. Yes, creating fear in people was their aim. That was the only thing they had in mind. They had nothing to offer again.
All right, so look, right, I'm no political expert, but I do have two eyes and brain. And so I've watched a lot unfold over the past few years. More recently, there was a hush money trial. And then there was a conviction. And with the conviction, for about 2 weeks now, from sun up to sundown, all you heard was convicted felon. And I think somebody, realized very quickly that that shit wasn't moving the needle at all. And so, coincidentally, every liberal media outlet has simultaneously discovered Project 25, Donald Trump's, diabolical plan to destroy America. And this reminds me of Russian collusion, because they reported on it with such confidence as if it was fact. And those same media outlets today do not mention it at all because it was proven to be completely false. And I think that kind of kicked off, or really I believe was the catalyst to people realizing that you all are full of shit. I mean, that's the reason why you keep throwing things and they don't stick. It's because people realize that you all are full of shit. And so, we can see you. We are aware of what you're doing, which is why it's not working. And I'm gonna be real. He got the stones. He has all the Infinity Stones, and there's nothing you can do. And you've overplayed your hand and shown the people that you are full of shit. That's why nobody is buying what you're selling. No, thank you.
This guy mentioned Russian collusion. We all saw what happened. The mainstream media picked that up. It was everywhere until it reached to a level they were censoring people like never before. Now taking a look at this, Mark Zuckerberg just admitted to working with Biden-Harris administration to censor Americans. He either admitted to this because he is being honorable, he is done with the Dem Party, he is getting ahead of a whistleblower. Either way, this is a very hard letter to write. He put out a letter now debunking what we all know. When that came out, social media company cleared off a lot of people simply because of this. Russian collusion, Russian collusion. Now the same narrative is being passed around by these same people. Project 2025, which Trump himself said, I don't have anything to do with that.
They had Mallory McMorrow, that state legislator who kind of became a social media star, come out with a giant book that said Project 2025 on it, and they're going to make that a theme every day of this convention. So there's a positive message of freedom, but they're also really trying to hang that giant book, Project 2025, around Donald Trump's neck. And they have a captive audience for it.
Yeah, and an audience willing to buy a bunch of lies. I mean, Donald Trump has disowned this. He has no part of it. He has his own agenda. Throughout all the speeches, there were attacks on Donald Trump that are not rooted in reality, but this convention wants to hear it. What was amazing to me about the whole night, and particularly Joe Biden's speech, is just what a fabricated reality he lives in, and what a fabricated reality they want their base to live in. Because the reality is, this is not Trump's agenda. They come out with this massive, cartoonish, oversized prop, but the whole point is to make a whole crowd of people believe something that's not true.
The fact that Scott is calling out these people for who they are on CNN, they are selling out lies to people until they had to bring out the bogus book. Oh, Trump will not allow this. Trump has put out his agenda. Why not look into that? Why just imagine what is not there? It is concerning to me, and I'm glad that people are realizing what is happening. If you saw that black guy who made it clear,
single thing that Kamala Harris said when she ran for president in 2019, ban fracking, defund the police, the most permissive immigration structure, she cannot be permitted to disown any of that. Do we agree?
No. I cannot. I know.
No, this is your role. Yeah, absolutely.
It's not that. It's not from 2019. It's from this year. They released Project 2025 recently as a forward-looking thing. 2019 is in the past. 2025 is the future. It's when Donald Trump wants to be president. It's what his agenda wants to be.
But the
so
argument,
we're not saying disassociating.
The argument actually is that these people that Donald Trump may or may not know, who he's disowned and disavowed, made a book, and he has to abide by all that. But now we're saying Kamala Harris can just get rid of everything she ever said or voted on.
Get it out of my property!
It looks good.
Get out of my property!
It looks good there, though. Wait, don't touch my sign! That's my sign.
I don't give a shit.
The Democrats have people who prosecuted sexual predators and...
Donald Trump would sell this country for $1.
So people can see exactly what went on.
They sounded like they liked America, which, has been a problem.
Bigger issue is the left and their ability or their desire to engage with anyone who's not already in the bubble.
The way they should do.
This is a terribly divided country.
I will never criticize them.
This is silly.
About Barack Obama when it comes to
The theme here at the DNC is that they're going to go after corporate gouging.
What's your favorite policy of Kamala's?
her being president.
And if the pace plays...
Leaving.
A speech from Michelle Obama that I have to say is one of the best
gun-toting...
we were talking...
Trump or Kamala? Trump. Damn Kamala.
Kamala Harris is in office right now.
Disrespect Kamala Harris.
They say the economy's great.
Politics are so extraordinary, which is something that should have never been allowed to happen.
Much more happens at the DNC.